Outside on the corner where I caught the bus, thinking in my head it's colder than I thought it was. Sometimes life is like that, and you just quiver your lips, whisper a wish, hoping someone might give us deliverance. Now deliver this message, think I could live with this message. You could just give a few seconds to come and sit in my presence. And yes, it is so precious, yes, it is a blessing. Next, I'll attempt to express it with every heavy breath, cause just to make it worth it, and just to make it real, you always made it perfect, and that's the way I feel. Sometimes we think too much, and we lose control, but it's not what you know, no, it's who you know. Days that will not end, I'm sure you've had them too, wishing you're still in bed, and yet we have to move. This is what passion do, this is what passion does. It's on my planets too, so sending back the love. Snowflakes fell like a gift from the skies, and teardrops swelled when I lifted my eyes. And it was surely just brightness that had informing me, while the storm in the streets was adorning the trees, and it clothed each branch with a layer of the purest snow. And this miracle was a little less than a year ago. Now summer's almost over, the weather's growing colder, approaching frozen soldiers, a Minnesota soldier. Backpack on my shoulder, days on shoulder, I spend most alone. Still growing older, feeling lonesome though I'm close to home. I'm the city bus open, both eyes closing on the open road. My soul is swollen though I'm holding on, and so it goes. And sometimes when it's dark, I look up at the stars, think about how small we are, but at least we have hearts. Getting past my speeding cars on these streets of ours, I want to be the cause for someone's grief to pause. Cause just to make it worth it, and just to make it real, you always made it perfect, and that's the way I feel. Sometimes we think too much, and we lose control, but it's not what you know, no, it's who you know. Days that will not end, I'm sure you've had them too, wishing you're still in bed, and yet we have to move. This is what passion do, this is what passion does. It's on my planets too, so sending back the love. Can't even get emotional, cause even though this road is negotiable, it's a road that shows going solo, feeling so low, when they don't know the things I'm supposed to know. But so I know some brothers that are rolling in the same road with the same goal, and they say focus. So this focus, and you're gon' quit, it's a long way to go. I'ma need you to go with. I put the back when the shirt takes time, no matter what it is, yes sir, that's right. Even when you act like a dirtbag guy, the men never vocal, sure that's why I keep no accounts of flaws, keep holding out for y'all. People is all we are, you know I'm down by law. Cause just to make it work, and just to make it real, you always made it perfect, and that's the way I feel. Sometimes we think too much, and we lose control, but it's not what you know, no, it's who you know. Days that will not end, I'm sure you've had them too, wishing you're still in bed, and yet we have to move. This is what passion do, this is what passion does. It's on my planets too, so sending back the love. Cause just to make it worth it, and just to make it real, you always made it perfect, and that's the way you feel. Sometimes we think too much, and we lose control, so it's all this for all of the fools we know.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is me, Dukect T, back with you once again. And ladies and gentlemen, it is time for, well, this is up. It's time for the road to WrestleMania. And let me just get this picture that just really fits it right here. Let me just see if I can switch this up. Share this thing here. There we are. There we are. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, pointing the road to WrestleMania for the sign that's pretty much, it's on fire, and not in a good way. And when I mean on fire, I mean dumpster fire. Oh gosh, this is not going good. I'm I'm gonna be there at WrestleMania. Running with Rowdy C in the last podcast and such. Um, mm, you know, uh, but uh, but yeah, man, I'm not feeling it, and maybe it will change because right now we have two matches confirmed: Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, and Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair. The matches that they are really pushing for, which is great. Which is fine. I think those matches will be fine. But compared to what it could have been, compared to this WrestleMania to be something great and could be something that people will want to see, in the long term, stuff like that, I think that would be, I honestly think that would actually be really good. I mean, think about what WrestleMania, a lot of moments, championships change hands, champions defended, storylines that are reached conclusions, but that doesn't happen anymore because storylines don't end at WrestleMania. It just continues on and on and on, and it does things to the point of what we are here right now. What we hear right now is the bumpy road to WrestleMania is that these championships, Roman Reigns, and they've been so built up to Roman Reigns. Everything and what else has just been honestly an afterthought. The tag division, afterthought. I know, Alpha Academy. People are loving Alpha Academy. I mean, people are connecting to them. Um, I mean, that's what it is. People are connecting towards of that. People are, you know, you know. Oh, by the way, the Capitals just look like they might pull this off 4-2. It'll be great. But yeah, it just the road to WrestleMania, it just seems like it's a lot of afterthoughts. And I hate that. In fact, the biggest thing is gonna probably be the celebrity match between Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn. And honestly, Sami Zayn is doing the Lord's work, putting his character over, doing all these things. And honestly, I mean, that's the only real positive. Like Sami Zayn with this character, you have, um, you know, I think Chad Gable basically being, doing all this stuff, this goofy things and such. The Quiz Bowl, Alpha Can, all that stuff. I really, really just want, those guys to really give a big spotlight on them. But these things, and I think those are important and such. When you look at the road to WrestleMania, maybe they'll be finally featured and be importance. But I hate the fact that those they're getting at least a small little bit of love, but not enough love to actually be. Will they be there in the company the next couple of years? Probably not, because heck, they might be fired because of budget cuts. Who knows? That's another thing. How many stars that could have been great and put in that situation, instead they're just a part of budget cuts. They're a part of budget cuts and stars that just are forgotten about. You know, there are so many people forgotten about, and table of people who is like, it's just stagnation. There's a lot of stagnation. Um, hmm. And I just wish that there has to be something, something that really gets WWE out of this funk. Maybe the elimination chamber going towards in Saudi Arabia will help, but I don't know. It just everything just seems to be just formulaic, and just nothing. I mean, we all know Lesnar is going to win that WWE title match because they don't know what they're gonna do for. Reportedly, they don't know what they're gonna do with Lashley. What are they gonna do with Lashley? I mean, these supposedly rumors and all this other stuff. No one knows what they're doing. supposedly there was going to be a huge spot for Shane McMahon. They're supposed to be doing all these other stuff. No one knows what's going on. And at this point, what is WrestleMania looking towards? I mean, what is going to be at WrestleMania? And there's supposedly, um, supposedly, um, I'm looking at some of these stuff here. Let me just get this share this tab instead. There we are. It was on Wrestling Inc. So who knows? Maybe this is fake or whatever. But it looks like this says right from the report saying, they're looking for a new major attraction outside of since Shane McMahon's gone. My gosh, Shane McMahon was the glue to whole WrestleMania together, and now here we are. And it says now it says they were going to have Shane versus Austin Theory, Shane versus Bobby Lashley for a title, which, oh joy, that would have been fun. But then they have, this is one of the main issues with WrestleMania. They used to have this stuff done locked down, like their main events and all this stuff, like years in advance, at least a couple of months, 6 or 7 months. Like, okay, ABC is going to happen now, and everything else. But now they're like 53 days away from the biggest shows of the year, and there's just like, we don't know what we're doing. I mean, they might just have Lesnar become WWE champion and then just fuse the belts, which would be fine. But then Roman holds the titles, and then who's going to be doing Roman 2 belts are going to be there for a while. Who's going to beat Roman Reigns? Because who out there looks like a complete the only person I see is Damon Priest, and he's like in his late 30s right now. Who is going to be the next guy up? I'm asking people, who's the next person up? Who's the next man up? Who's the next man up? Who is the next person up right now? I honestly don't know. I don't know. Because quite honestly, that's the issue. Is that there it is. The only you have is Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, and SmackDown title match, Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair. And the Raw title match is going to be Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen, but who knows what's going to happen. Who knows is going to be and it's not a good who knows. It's just, I feel so, it's frustrating because not just I'm going to go there, because this is what WrestleMania WE used to be, just this high up. Keyword used to be. Oh, what's up, 6 Zeros? What's up, man? What's up? Hope everything is doing right for you. Everything else, 6zeros.net. Go check them out. They have been, all this other things doing, get a website and everything. Very cool website. A lot of black, black issues, talking about this stuff. Whether they're going to talk about pro wrestling, who knows? But they do talk about video games, which we'll be talking about next, by the way. Something more positive. Nintendo Directs and everything. But yeah, I am just up to here with WrestleMania, and I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there, people. And I'm like, please be a good show. I don't want to depend on the indies and everything else. I don't want to be like, well, it's the indie show. That's what it's going to be. Yay! Oh, Lord. Oh, man. Give me strength, man. Give me strength. This WrestleMania is going to be a trying run. But at least I'll be there live. I mean, it can be as bad as WrestleMania 27. What is it with me? I went to WrestleMania 27, which I didn't think it was bad, and I rewatched it. I don't think it's the worst WrestleMania out there, but it has a lot of stinkers. Cole and Lawler, for example, going as long as it did, and the main event, concussions, everything. But there's some decent stuff there. You got Rhodes and Mysterio. You got Punk and Randy Orton. You got Triple H and Taker. You know, there's some good, decent stuff there. And now I'm probably gonna be the same. Maybe the problem is me. Maybe that's it. Maybe I should just never go to any WrestleMania and never go to them because I'm a jinx or something. But then again, WrestleMania 32, WrestleMania the last time they were in Texas and I wasn't there, that show was terrible. So who knows? Oh gosh, it is. Who knows? Oh, man, I'll be nice. Well, but I will do the broadcast and everything. I'll be cool with that. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a good interesting or a bad interesting. Either way, it's gonna be a fun time, and I'm gonna be right there in old Jerry world, and hopefully, at least there will be I will have at least a little bit of Schadenfreude over there, and that's entertainment. Hopefully. Anyway, I'm gonna take a little musical break. Uh, and then when we come back, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna talk about the Nintendo Direct and the good, the bad, and all the cool stuff that's all the good, the bad, and everything in between about what happened this past Nintendo Direct. We'll be right back right after this here on the Duke CT Lounge. Thank you so much for joining me, Duke CT. We'll be right back right after this. we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls, shouldn't well, ladies and gentlemen, me, Dukect Lounge back with you once again. And hey, the Nintendo Direct just happened, and I am more positive about that. And there's more positive news later on. There's some wrestling stuff that came out last week, but but we'll give some more positive, some video games, because hey, Dukect Lounge is not just for the pro wrestling, but also some of the video games that everyone loves and likes and everything else. Hey, let's get into it. Good stuff. Let's see what's going to be. Let's see, Josh knows all this stuff. Says, Fire Emblem Warriors, the Three Hopes, and I'm not into the Fire Emblem stuff, which is, I don't know. Maybe one day I will get into it and talk about it. If you want me to, leave something in the comments, chat, and everything else will be doing that. Anyway, but this is not the typical Fire Emblem game. This is more of a Warriors or Muzu game. They're pretty much like if you ever play Dynasty Warriors or the Hyrule Warriors type of series, that's that type of game. It looks fun. So hack and slash looks like it's something if I really want to get into, but I'll be just fine with Hyrule Warriors. I haven't 100% cleared that yet, but that's going to be fun. All right. So next up is, No Man's Sky. Let's see. Oh yes. By the way, No Man's Sky has one of the biggest comeback stories in gaming history, and always have to give a little bit of a pros to Hello Games. They made a game. They kept working at it, and my goodness, they did it. I don't know what type of stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna get it because it is on the Switch, and I would love to play this on the go. It would be nice. Nah, I'm just like, I'm gonna probably sit and waiting for it, but it looks like if I do get it, it's probably gonna be a time sink, and it looks like it's probably gonna be played mostly online or whatever. If not, if it's gonna be a big single player thing, I'll just see if I can play that. Maybe do a little bit of a No Man's Sky stream over here on the YouTube if y'all want me to. Put something in the comment section below. All right. Anyway, we got Mario Strikers, which a lot of people love to see. Which let me see where is it? Mario Strikers Battle League. Who is developing that? Because that looks fun. Let me just see who's developed it for it. Who's the? Because last time who's gonna be? It was one of the most classic stuff out there. It was one on the GameCube and everything. I need to know who Mario Strikers is back. Where is it? Who's developing it? I want to know who's the developer. Because if I could just know who's developing it, genre sports, yada yada yada. I can't find who's developing it because the last one is the GameCube. Maybe the same people who did the GameCube one, but I'll probably pick this up later on. I'll probably pick it up. And when I do, I think, it'll be nice playing some online stuff and see how it's going to be. All right, let's see. And then you got Chrono Cross. His kids are talking about it's like, but it shows all the characters you play as. I'm pretty sure I saw someone's mom. Well, Chrono Cross is that big. You will probably play as someone's like parental figure. Because the Radical, this was. Just Chrono Cross is one of the most, honestly, it looks, I like it. I hope that it is because, just the background's like a little bad, like, But again, it's a PS1 game, and this is just the Radical Dreams Edition, which is like, they got all this nice little stuff into it. But honestly, I wouldn't mind. This is just a port with all this stuff into it, which looks really cool. But I will want to say, wouldn't mind having Chrono Trigger or Chrono Cross, nice like a 3D, like huge, like remaster in the vein of say maybe a Xenoblade or something like that. Of all those main characters and trying to get them, I would love to see stuff like that. I would love to see it. Then you got Salmon, Salmon, Splatoon 3 Salmon Run Next Rave. It's basically, new team up. I never played Salmon Run. mostly. I just played just player versus player. It was just it's fine, but I hope this is not going to be the main thing because I like playing the PvP. But yeah, I just like that's me. I barely play Salmon Run. I barely played it. Maybe this time I will. Who knows? Maybe I will play it more. And Nintendo Switch Sports. Um, yeah, Nintendo Switch Sports. I'm surprised that it took this long to get it, but yeah, nice to do some workout, which I'm trying to lose some weight. I gained a little bit of it back, but I'm gonna try to lose some weight. I'm gonna get that Ring Fit Adventure next month. Then I'm gonna see if I can get this and just do some more workouts and because it looks fun. I hopefully wish to have boxing too. So the boxing stuff. I think I still have the Wii Sports for my Wii U, which for my Wii, and I got the Wii U version, Wii U too. So I need to. I was gonna stop doing that, but my Wii U broke. So unless I could get a new one, I'll repair it. By the way, anyone who wants to do something like that, help me out. Get a hookup. But yeah, I would like that. But yeah, and here's something I never thought of. Live a life. It's a this is a repeatedly remastered 2D HD. Looks like it's interesting. I want to play games like this and draw my imagination, but it's just it's saying it's the best JRPG of one of the best things you ever played. Now it's coming into the Nintendo Switch. Maybe I'll give this a look into. And it's gonna be on July. Look at the prices. If there's a sale later on in the year, I'm gonna probably get this. It looks nice. And then Kirby: The Forgotten Land. Oh yes, and mouthful mode. Which no, this is not basically. I feel like mouthful mode is basically the writer's the disguise fetish. Because it looks like it's fun and it's a good open world. Which Kirby's finally getting its open world treatment, which is the first 3D, the full 3D Kirby game. Oh yeah, 3D for Kirby. Finally. And it's going to be next month, so I might get that too. Man, I'm getting some new games here. This is, and not the big ones coming up later on. Let's see about, because it looks so good. Mario Kart 8, 8 Deluxe. Well, they're just, remember all that stuff about Mario Kart 9, MK9, and everything else? Now people are mad about this, but I'm like, I never got into Mario Kart. And maybe I'll get into Mario Kart 8 eventually. Maybe get the booster code stuff and build that stuff up. Since it's going to be a part of the other stuff of the DLC, which is going to be on the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack, which I will be getting soon, probably next month or the month after. It's either or, so it's gonna get that soon. This will probably I look like. I want to play this because this is the first time we see us. I haven't played. I haven't had a baseball game since 2003. It's been a long while, and it's does not. It look like something right out on Xbox. You get Xbox like 360, and it looked a little rough. Woo! It looked rough, and they look like they're gonna play. I mean, I would, because I want to, because I do love a little bit of baseball. I love my baseball. Shout out to the Washington Nationals. I wanted that, and fortunately, Tommy, who's stuck on a team that basically will erase him, and like Mike Trout, and it's a shame because only had like a competent management and everything, but here we are. Here we are. Well, anyway, I might get this if it gets on sale, or I'll get it for free. Triangle Strategy, which pretty much if you like Final Fantasy Tactics, you're gonna love this game, which will finally um, will come out March 4th, and there's another demo that will play all the way to Chapter 3, and will carry over to save the full game. Um, I love this. Triangle strategies doesn't see any triangles, and that's true. Lies. The game is lying to you. They're lying to you, man. They're lying to you, man. It's all part of the plan, brother. And then here we are. And there is Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Oh, my man. I love this. I love this. I finally got this, and now it looks like it's dealing with the consequences of both first and second games. I already played to beat them live on the live stream. I might do this again. Might do another playthrough to get a little more hype for it. You want to get hyped? I might do that. Since I'm not be able to do Xenoblade Chronicles X. But who doesn't want to see me go through 100% run of Xenoblade Chronicles, the Definitive Edition, and the DLC? After that, we'll do the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and 100% that. And oh gosh, that would just break me. Maybe no. I resent that. No. Maybe I'll just play them for fun. And that's what I'm going to do. Play them for fun. Play them for fun. And that's it. Just play them for fun. And that's what it is. I'm gonna try that because it looks great. And here's hoping that all these characters is gonna be really good. I can't wait to see more of it. Of gameplay, which looks like it's going to be, the characters looks great, all these look stuff, and it's gonna be on September 2. So I wouldn't be surprised if I see more of this in the E3 presentation as well. So we don't know when the next direct is. Will probably be that. That's locked in. So yeah. Then you get Earthbound and Earthbound Beginnings. Sure. I have that on Wii. I was like, I never play. I never care for Earthbound. Maybe I should live stream it because hey, that's what's people gonna be doing for the next couple days. Maybe after I finish my Phoenix, stuff like that. That's what I should be doing. Portal, that's good. Clono 1 and 2, that'd be cool. Maybe first mission, second mission. Maybe I can do that completely remade from the ground up. Oh, Advanced Wars 1 and 2. I can't wait for that. That looks to be fun. Star Wars Force Unleashed looks like it's gonna be the Wii version, which is like, ooh, not good. And then we have the Ezio collection, which I'm gonna probably pick up and play. When it gets on sale. And yeah. And then we got the there's another ages they call it the pro gamer mode and the loser mode, which is the the one hit kill mode on the easy mode, which I'm not doing that because why would I do this? Why would I put myself into that much stress? Why am I going to put myself with that much stress on that type of stuff? I'm not going to get anything. They're like, oh, you won the big, you survived with no hits. You're the true. I'm like, that's going to leave me overly stressed and I'm going to hate the game. That's what's going to happen if I'm not playing that mode. Unless, someone pays me or it's for like a really important charity. Because, if someone pays me, I will do that mode. I mean, pay me, maybe it's something like that. That I will do. I will live stream that if someone pays me or for charity. Those are the other two. So yeah. Also the Takano Rhythm Festival looks like to be really good as well. So I can't wait to play that. Unfortunately, it's going to be you're gonna have to stream. You're gonna have to stream the stuff. So yeah, we're gonna stream the stream the stream you have to pay pre-order to stream the music and all that type of stuff. So not good. Not good. Not good at all. You know? Hmm. But yeah. Here's hope, but here's hoping the game stuff looks good, and that game looks good as well. I'm just looking at Twitter; it's just hilarious stuff. Wow, Joe Burrow's the comeback player of the year. Hmm. Well, anyway. But yeah. Anyway, we're gonna take a small little break and just sit back and get the stuff out because I'm gonna be talking a little more about the let me just see. Let's see. AEW All right, let's get into that. We'll make sure everything is okay. Sorry about that. I'm just looking at all this stuff. Make sure I get the right stories and all this other stuff here. And talk about all the stuff that's going on here and everything else. So with that out of the way, we're gonna be taking one more little break and be right back here on the Dukect Lounge. Thank you so much for joining me, Dukect. We'll be right back right after this.
When I was younger, my old father would say the only thing worth having was found at the end of each day. But that was then and this is now, and he's far gone. And his voice had lingered on for far too long. He said, my fearless son, you can't be stronger than them all. Their blades control the sky and if the jungle likely fall. And you need an alibi just to pass by in this life. Cause your show can't protect you from death side. When he lived to find himself, I left his spirit and body and soul. I also left my family, literally. Cause if he's not worth anything, then what do I know? I'm just a carbon copy of a death machine. He said, you'll never breathe and you'll never touch the water. You'll never see the sights that I, your father, haven't entrusted to you, entrusted to you. I'm sorry, but you will never touch the sky. When the night sun comes, I'll hold my head up and say, the only thing I live for is to be thrown to the fray. The legacy that's digging deep in my soul. I've become the underdog king of nothing at all. I'm under orders to destroy all we dare. Just to escape that bring a light to my lair. I am more dangerous than you comprehend. Cause there's nothing holding me back from the end.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is me, Dukect T, back with you once again. And now we're talking about the debuts of this past Wednesday night at Dynamite, baby. And, well, what was it is. It was a lot of things. We got first the Texas Death Match and versus Paige and Lance Archer. Good, very kick-ass match. Man, I really man, that match actually looked good. Adam Page was looking a little bit. By the way, no bad matches so far of Hangman Page as him being the world champion so far. All of them has been bangers, every single one. So I don't know why this Hangman slander is getting online or whatever. Dude can always get that stuff up. You have also the other championship match, AQA versus Jay Cargill. When they started, AQA was fine and everything like that. I think she did okay. And their MJF promo is great too. But we already talked about the Face of Revolution ladder match qualifier as it was. Let's see the Inner Circle team meeting, by the way, which was hilarious. I loved it. I love Ortiz, just like Santana, just Ortiz touched up, and then Santana just came in with those lovable the reaction stuff. Which, by the way, I would expect those. I will be using those if I'll probably use my reaction stuff. By the way, this is some really good stuff. There it is. Yes. Before that, we had like the Switchblade show up, Jay White of New Japan Pro Wrestling, as he just came in and laid out Roppongi Vice as I believe Trent Beretta laid him out. Then you have, because hey, if that means Jay White is going to show up, here's hoping that Chris Bay shows up. I want Chris Bay to show up just once. I want Chris Bay to show up and just do just a couple baller matches at AEW and just roll out, go back to Impact and everything. I would love that. And then you have Keith Lee. Those two debuts, by the way. Keith Lee, was amazed. And then just after that, I love the fact they actually tied in with the implosion of the Inner Circle. You got Jay White showing up, and then Keith Lee showing up. And not only that, Matt Hardy just rolled out. Matt Hardy just left Private Party. In fact, he's on Twitter right now saying, maybe I was wrong about this team. Maybe they're not good enough. This could be very interesting. It looks like Private Party, they haven't done well this year so far. They haven't done well. They've been losing in big matches. So what's going to take? his private party out of out of it? Are they out of the entire thing? Which is interesting. To me, I want to know what's going to be on there. But then again, Keith Lee showing up was actually one of the best. It was great. I loved Keith Lee coming in. It was great stuff. I love Keith Lee. Because seeing him doing all these big moves, doing all this stuff, and I'm frustrated that somehow this man had all this opportunities in WWE, and they just blah. They made a bear. Which, by the way, shout out to people say, "What about Bearcat?" That's look. It was they tried to do something. I adopted the Bearcat thing, and everything else was look. I understand what they tried to do, but it just the presentation was bad. I think the presentation, the way he was looking, everything else was pretty terrible, and the way they did not build up, and then the themes and everything else. I knew Keith Lee was going to have a rough time on the WWE main roster when they just said that great theme and was gone. That was gone because WWE just wants to, take anything cool and interesting and drain it from its goals with the CFO lawsuit and everything else there that basically makes it harder for people to connect. Because I truly think people loved it when Keith Lee when he was in the Royal Rumble in 2020, even though it seems like it was like 1,000 years ago, but it was 2 years ago. My goodness, that crowd loved that thing. They were chanting Keith Lee. They were chanting his name. They loved their entrance. Bro, Brock Lesnar was like, oh yeah, he was excited, and they just dropped that potential. And again, and a couple months earlier, he was right there with Roman, and I thought they were going to have him beat Roman Reigns. Think about it. Roman Reigns versus Keith. Imagine how people would be hyped up right now if it was Keith Lee versus Roman Reigns with a Universal title, WrestleMania. That's a money match, and that could have been greatness. Instead, we don't get that. We get Bork Laser and the side of the side of beef. It's always this way, man. I'm getting a little bit sick of it. A little bit sick of that. But you know what? AEW. This is AEW. And let me tell you something. This was one of the best matches. Not best. This is honestly the best shows they had. New show, new people coming in, more positive. So I can't wait to see what the fallout are going to be. You have, again, not just Jay White showing up, Adam Cole being this wormy type of person, booting the Elite out. He got his crew there. He got now Jay White there. And you see them, Jay White, and you know that Tama Tonga and all those boys are going to be right there coming in. By the way, the Briscoes, I'm still waiting for the Briscoes to show up. But yeah, there are going to be some very interesting times going there with the Forbidden Door. Now with Keith Lee showing up, hopefully he gets a nice good run with the TNT Championship. But if he doesn't get the TNT title, I'll say build him up, be the one to dethrone MJF. Yes, MJF is going to win the title. I know, boo, whatever. Go talk to your grandma about that. Get it all out of your system. Keith Lee beats him clean as a whistle at what would be a good place to do it? Full Gear this year. I mean, MJF holding it off on holding the title until that's a decent title reign. Unless you want to do a full year thing with MJF, which honestly I think that could be you could use that for a full year, maybe. Pardon me, have that. But I think a good long run with MJF as a champion right there, a good long run. Have Keith Lee went, maybe I don't know who wins after him, but it has to be Wardlow. Or if you really want to be interesting about it, have Wardlow win the Face of the Revolution match, and then have him take his title away, and then just seethe for a while, and they're like, well, he's the TNT champion and the AEW World Champion, just to really put him off as a double champion. Have him lose the TNT Championship. I wouldn't say I have to lose it to Wardlow because I just want you build that up too, but have him have um Keith Lee beat MJF and then have Wardlow. They have him still have the TNT Championship, and then have Wardlow beat him as well. Saying, you know what, I quit, and then that re-signed by Tony Khan like a couple weeks later, and he goes after the TNT Championship. Have Wardlow leave for a month or whatever, and then at the New Year's big event, MJF is like, yeah, you know what, I'm getting my title match shot, whatever, new and everything else, but have Wardlow cost him the match or whatever. Then, like the next time and everything, maybe at Rampage or the next week of Dynamite, he calls he gets a title shot. Have MJF not only lose his championship shot, the world title shot to Keith Lee, but also lose the TNT Championship as well. Hey, he had it all and lost it all. MJF has nothing. Wardlow gets a good kick-ass big guy, like bull through powerbomb symphony type reign. I don't know who beats him. Maybe I don't know. Maybe John Moxley. Someone like that, or Miro. Which, by the way, Miro versus Keith Lee. All the money on there. Imagine that for that. Now that would be a fun match. Do stuff like that, and I think you can have greatness there, and people will be like, well, people be happy, but then you'll still be upset how WWE messed him up, which is part and parcel with WWE screwing things up nowadays, and the past and the present and the future. But hey, that's just me. Anyway, thanks for that, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'm just intentionally just to make myself depressed. That was fun. But I hopefully you guys have fun too. It looks like my internet stuff is working. Everything seemed to be going well perfectly. Here, a lot better than last week. But we got all the things we needed. Shout out to 6 Zeros and all that good stuff there. But anyway, who knows? Maybe I'll be on their podcast soon as well. So who knows about that? Anyway, this is Duke CT. Peace and love. I'll see y'all when I see y'all later.